up, though, my spades? Welcome back to another episode. It's been another week, and we're grateful. We're grateful that God has blessed us, to see another week. I'm greeting you with the word love, and I'm hoping you're blessed, hoping you're feeling blessed. I am blessed. I'm blessed more than I deserve. We're going to go ahead and get right on to it, to the topic at hand. Hey, it ain't you. Okay. Sometimes when you're serving God, and you're trying to better yourself, sometimes you just gotta humble yourself and say, "Hey, it's not you, it's me." Understand, sometimes God will put people in your life for a reason. Sometimes they're in your life for a season. You never know, God's plan. You never know why certain information come your way. Because certain information come our way so we can grow. So you got to pick and choose your information that's coming your way. And you have to take it to God. Sometimes it's some information that come our way. It's a hard pill to swallow. Oh, we don't want to swallow it. When someone is giving us information about ourselves and we don't necessarily agree, oh, that thing can hurt. Oh yeah, it can be crushing to your emotions. But you got to take that very thing that someone's trying to get across to you. You got to take it to God, because maybe they have a point. Maybe they're right. Maybe it is some things that we could work on. However, it's a lot of us out there that's been told, both men and women, when you're in a relationship, hey, you can't handle me. You ain't a strong enough leader for me. Yeah. I need someone that can control me, that can handle me. I'll run all over you. Sometimes you could be such a sweetheart. Sometimes you could be so giving, so thoughtful, so caring, so generous, so attentive. Sometimes you could just love to pamper and love just because gifts and love giving your significant other or your companion, giving them their space, their me time. And yet you could be met with the rhetoric, or yet you could be met with the conversation that, hey, you ain't a good leader. I could run all over you. See, when we think about in the Bible and Adam and Eve, Adam gave Eve a little space. Hey, go ahead, have your me time. I ain't got to be up under you all the time. And that's how Eve got to messing around with the wrong demonic spirit, got to hanging with the wrong individual, Sometimes you could just be too understanding. And someone turn all that generosity, all that caring, all that gift giving, just because gift giving. You just want to please them. You just want to honor them. And some folks will take that as if, hey man, you weak. You know, hey, you give me my me time. You give me my space. You let me do whatever I want to do. Or you weak. You're not a good leader. Sometimes we got to take this to God. Then you can have a man that's strong, or a woman, man or woman. You're strong in your decision making. You stand firm. You know, you stand firm in your beliefs, and and you make sure things go the way that you believe they should go. You're strong in your beliefs. You're firm in your beliefs. And you go stand 10 toes down in your beliefs. However, you get met with the resistance that you controlling. You too controlling. Hey, you a know-it-all. You a know-it-all. You too controlling. When you showing them strong leadership traits, sometimes you get you get met with the resistance and and the challenges and you get met with the conversation. Hey, I lost myself in you. Yeah, what's the new one? What's the new one that a lot of folks say? Oh, you a narcissist. But understand this: if you know you're rooted in God, sometimes you have to take what people when people bring stuff your way. Sometimes you really have to sit down and take it to Jesus, because sometimes people can be accurate. But see, a lot of times now we in a society that, hey, no one could tell anybody. Parents can't correct kids nowadays. Principals can't correct students. A principal can't correct a little 4, 5-year-old without parents coming up raising hell. We at a society where, hey, it's thrown around, you can't judge me. Don't judge me on everything. So if you're not seeking God with all your heart, if you're not reading the word, if you're not pursuing God's characteristics and learning about his traits and learning what's pleasing and acceptable to God, if you're not on your knees, if you're not fasting, if you're not praying, if you're not reading and studying the word, how can God get his message to you? So sometimes we do have to take in consideration what someone is saying. Maybe that's God putting it on their heart and they delivering that message to you in love. Everything that's said to you ain't meant to beat you down or kill you. Some things are really God has allowed it so, hey, we can correct some things. So we can correct some things about ourselves. Because ain't none of us perfect. We all get room to grow. Okay? I don't care if you're 80. I don't care if you're 90. You're not perfect. We all have room to grow. And if you get to a point where you too grown for correction, oh, that's not a good place to be. Where you too grown for correction, where you can't even look in the mirror and God can't send someone to you to give you a word to better yourself. If you're too grown and you feel as though you're complete, there's no growth, that you can't do, there's nothing, everything is beneath you, you can't do anything better. Oh, that's a dangerous place to be. That's a dangerous place to be. But understand this, I want to give you a word. I want to give you a word out the Bible. And then I'm going to let y'all go. Sometimes people tell you things they observe and they see. However, when people tell us what they observe, when people tell us what they see, and it's hurtful, when that thing hurtful and you think it's wrong, still take it to God. Still take it to God. Sometimes we have to really listen to see how people are viewing us. Even if you want to take defense to it, even if it's upsetting, we still have to take it to God and let God validate it. Okay. Let God validate it, or let God dismiss it. Okay, I'm going to read a couple verses. It's out of Psalms. It's out of Psalms 19, verse 12. I want y'all to read that whole Psalms when you get a chance. But it says, but who can discern their own error? Who can discern their own error? Okay. Who really know when they're in fault? A lot of us don't know when we're in fault. Everybody want to be right all the time. Okay, it says, but who can discern their own error? Forgive my hidden faults. Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. May these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight. Lord, my rock, my redeemer. Again, that was Psalms 19. That was verse 12, 14. I want you to go ahead and read the whole Psalms. It's really a nice Psalms, but a lot of times, many of us, we can see everybody else's fault, but we can't see ours. We can see everybody else's error, but we can't see our errors, our mistakes. So when people bring our faults, when people bring things to us, we take defense. We get defensive. We shut down. But what we got to start doing is when people bring something to us and it's about us and it's a discrepancy, they saying it's a discrepancy. Sometimes we got to receive it and pray on it. Take it to God. God is either going to validate that, and then that's when you ask God to cleanse you and remove it, and ask God to make that with whatever they're saying, correct that in you, or God go say just dismiss it. Keep walking in God. Keep walking in righteousness. Keep walking in holiness. Some stuff God go say, hey, it don't apply to you. Let it fly. It's them. But then sometimes God will validate it and want you to correct it. Because if you're not praying, if you're not reading your word, if you're not seeking God's righteousness, seeking God's holiness, how will God send you the message? He got to use somebody to send you the message so you can grow. All right, my Spady Spades, this concludes the topic of the night. Hey, I wish y'all love and happiness. Whatever you're going through, my Spady Spades, continue to love.